G'day.
Hello, here we are in Blackman's Bay.
Hey, beautiful day again, 20 degrees. Lovely last bit of summer before we start to get into the cold winter.
Yeah, that's right. We're heading for another death and resurrection, aren't we? The end of winter, the summer and the beginning of winter.
Yeah, we've just been into Melbourne for 5 days. I've been to go actually to catch up with my mum and be a bit of a carer for her while my sister had a bit of a chance to be away
for a few days, which was great.
And our grandkids came and saw us, and our kids came and saw us, so we had a really good time. It was lovely. And also you had a special opportunity too,
Yeah,
Jenny,
that's
while
right.
we were there.
My friend from when I was a teenager, who was actually a matron of our wedding party, she was diagnosed last year with an inoperable brain tumour, sadly. And she lives in Geelong. I've been able to go and see her a couple of times the last few months, but I got a call or a message on Tuesday afternoon to say that she'd been taken into palliative care. Yep. And it looks like she hasn't got many days to live. Yep. And so...
You got in the car?
I did.
You and Michelle drove Jenny down, a couple of hours down to Geelong and a couple of hours back again.
That's right.
But you were able to catch up with Jan, even though she was sort of...
she was semi-conscious.
Yeah.
She wasn't really... She's on morphine therapy now. She could hardly open her eyes, but I'm pretty sure she knew I was there. And I was able to talk with her and remind her of some of the amazing things we did when we were growing up, and talk with Phil too, and pray for them both, and offer some hope and some comfort and some solace during this really difficult time. It's not a simple thing, is it, when you're facing death in the eye like this? Yep,
and we've been talking a lot about death and resurrection as a church lately, and here you are having to go through, well, Jan's facing it, Phil, her husband's facing it, her family's facing it, and you there, right in front of you.
Yep, that's
and
right.
Not easy.
No, and even the conversation for Michelle and me, so Michelle is Stephen's sister, 2 hours there, 2 hours back, a lot of it is talking about death and resurrection things, the things we're struggling with, her failed marriage, my mother-in-law, ailing, and sad things going on around, and we're having to grapple with these things, and it just reminds you that this is what life's about.
And reminding ourselves that this is the story that God gives us, the hope that God gives us, the hope that we have in Jesus, that death isn't the end, but it's part of a pathway, it's part of a journey for all of us, and particularly for your friend Jan. It's very real, very emotional for you.
That's right. Well, this is the last one, isn't it? This is the last step, the final one. And we all face that. One day it's going to happen. Or we watch other people go through that. And how do we maintain a level of faith and integrity in the middle of that?
And for Phil, Jan's husband, there are questions, deep questions and doubts in that. So it was good for you to be there to help him as he grapples with these questions.
Yeah, it's not a simple thing.
Don't know what you're grappling with today, but our hope is that you will be able to lean into Jesus, lean into all that God has for you, and find hope and solace there, just as Jenny has in reference to her friend, as I do with my mum as she gets older too. Yeah,
so God be with you today. We know things aren't necessarily simple, but we know that there is a way ahead, so keep going.
God bless.
See ya.